You gonna remote start it? No, I'm gonna get in. I think we're overdue for a Z06 update. What's happening, guys? It has been a while since my last video, basically since the reveal, and I actually got it and did the delivery video, but the car looks and sounds a whole lot different than it did in my last one, which means, of course, we have a few things to talk about, other than the terrible weather that I've had to deal with for the last few months, making it nearly impossible to actually shoot this thing. But in the first video, if you didn't have a chance to check it out, you should, because I went over how I spec'd the car, how much it cost, why I actually decided on a new Z06 instead of a used Porsche 911, and all my plans as far as what I had planned to do with the car, which basically is what you're seeing now. Fast forwarding a few months later to today, it is basically exactly how I imagined it in my head when I first placed my order. But we're gonna start with the most important piece of the puzzle, at least in my opinion, and that is the titanium Valvetronic catback exhaust system from Fabspeed, and I paired that up with their high-flow sport cats. This, in my opinion, is hands down the absolute best exhaust system on the market for the C8 Z06. There are a lot of systems out there. A lot of them use like really cheap valves, end up throwing fault codes, or like the fitment isn't right because what you're actually buying is rebranded Chinese exhaust. So save yourself the headache. You spend all the money on the car. Get yourself the best exhaust system. Fabspeed stuff, it's all designed, it's all developed and engineered in-house in the USA using nothing but the best quality materials. I did a ton of research before I decided on which exhaust system to choose, and when it came down to like the quality and maybe even more importantly, the sound, Fabspeed was the only choice for me. The system was built to order, only took about a week. They build them like as you order them, 1 week lead time, which is nuts. They got this thing out to me in February. Obviously, middle of winter, couldn't get the exhaust installed yet. So I had to sit there and stare at it impatiently until I could get it installed. And the install, relatively straightforward, and Fabspeed did send along very detailed instructions as well as a video walkthrough. You can also call them if you're running into any problems. But my good friend Matt, the owner of Luxury Details in Southborough, Massachusetts, and his team, they handled the install for me. Those guys are the best. The only place that I let work on my car. They actually had a nasty SVJ in the shop, belongs to my buddy Marcel, while I was there. So if you're looking for a reputable shop, whether it's, you need parts installs or wraps or audio, radar systems, they do a ton of that, wheels, whatever, give them a shout. They'll take great care of you. Just tell them I sent you. But let's listen to the exhaust real quick. I have tried to record the exhaust audio out of this thing 100 different ways, and it is so hard because the pitch is so high that the microphones are like, yeah, nope, we're out. So the video does it no justice at all. It sounds 1,000 times better. Than how it actually sounds in the video. Also, no check engine lights. I know a lot of people are having issues with high flow cats getting check engine lights. No problem. Not to speed everywhere. On decel, it's not like super obnoxious, it's not like a burble tune where it sounds terrible. It just never ends, just enough to make you smile, laugh like an idiot. And honestly, as good as it sounds in the videos, in person is 100 times better. The C8 Z06 with this exhaust setup might be, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, maybe I won't, might be one of the best sounding cars of all time. It is just like hard not to laugh and giggle when I'm behind the wheel. It is just so good. Of course, the exhaust wasn't the only thing I did on the car. When I ordered, I skipped out on all the carbon fiber parts. I think the OEM carbon stuff, sorry Chevy, it's just so crazy expensive. So I went with AG Motorsports. The quality, I know she's a little dirty. I've been driving, it's Memorial Day weekend, so don't hate me. I've been driving the car all morning long. I went with their front splitter. It's the 3-piece. I also did the side skirts and I did the rock guards, both front and rear. Fitment was perfect, and it'll save the, save the rock chips because this thing just loves to sling rocks. But my favorite thing, there were two things that were really like on my list of must-have mods. One was the Fabspeed exhaust, and the other, call me crazy, is the carbon fiber wicker extensions on the OEM spoiler. I love the way that this looks way more than the high-rise spoiler. I know some people love that high-rise spoiler. It's, one of the things for them, one of the reasons that they bought the car. But I love the way this looks. You guys let me know. Would you pick this or the high-rise spoiler? I know, I understand, I'm biased. But also, while we're back here, you'll notice the Euro-style taillights. Paragon, the guys over at Paragon Performance and Auto Addicts USA, they hooked me up with the taillights. They are sick. Makes a huge difference to the back of the car. Like, it looks like a completely different car. If you really want to stylize and make it stand out, I would say the taillights and then the Paragon lowering springs, which I also added on, which dropped the car about an inch, fixes the stance perfectly, closes that wheel gap just enough because the wheel gap is just way too much. The thing was ready to go four-wheeling, but I would say those two items right there are really going to set it off. Add a couple carbon fiber pieces, of course. I also have the wheels, obviously. Those are Forge Light MC2s, and contrary to popular belief, they are not black. Everyone thinks, oh, you got black wheel. No, they are, the actual color from Forge Light is called Triple Tint Gloss Clear. And it's more of like it's almost like a gunmetal color, but I think it matches up with the carbon. Once again, I'm sorry, they're dirty. I've been driving the car. What can you do? Cars are meant to be driven. But I think it matches the carbon fiber just a lot better than had I gone with just a black wheel. Also, the back is really got a good concave look to it. I am so happy with this car. It is... This is exactly how I wanted this thing to look when I ordered it. There's only one other mod that is going to go on the car, and that's the eVenturi intake, the carbon fiber one. It looks so good. It has been back ordered forever. The guys over at I&D Distribution just sent it out to me, so I'm hoping to schedule that install probably the middle of next month, hopefully. And I think that will help with the small issue. If I only had one complaint about the car, like you do lose a little power mid-range and low. You can kind of feel there's not a lot of torque down low. Your car wants to stay at high RPMs, but you could basically drive the car around all the time and never leave third gear. And she just sings and sings and sings. A couple other things though that I did. Obviously I had Luxury Details also do the roof wrapped and the pillars black. So the car was just too yellow. I love the yellow. I love the comp yellow, but it needed that in order to add that contrast. And I love where they cut right here to have everything lined up. They also did a full paint correction for me. They tinted the windows, obviously, and then I did the track PPF. That way rock chips don't ruin my life. I didn't do PPF on my old Camaro, and God, what regret that I had. It was just a nightmare. They also ceramic coated it, so cleaning it's a little bit easier. But that's the update, guys. Let me know if any of you have any questions. If you want to know more, I'm going to try and upload some more driving footage, because now that I think I have the audio kind of dialed in so that I can really capture what it's like to be behind the wheel of this thing. I will be uploading much more. But if you have any questions, concerns, comments, you want to know more about it or anything that I did, pricing, stuff like that, by all means, let me know. I'll be happy to answer any questions for you. And if you're looking to order yourself a Fabspeed exhaust, I'm going to leave a pinned comment. You can save 10% off with my link. So shout out to Fabspeed for hooking me up. Shout out to Paragon Performance, Auto Addicts, Luxury Details. Wouldn't have been possible without you guys. Really appreciate the support, and I could not be happier with the experience. I'm going to go drive this thing. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have an awesome Memorial Day weekend. I'm out of here. Drive safe.